So you've got a check engine light on your Ford, and the scanner is spitting out a P0111 code. Well, you are in exactly the right place. Over the next few minutes, we're going to figure out what that code really means and lay out a super clear plan to get it fixed.
Yeah, that P0111 code, it's a frustrating one, right? But don't worry, it's actually a really common issue, and we're about to break down exactly what your car is trying to tell you.
But hey, don't sweat it. It's not nearly as complicated as it sounds. We're going to go from diagnosis to solution one step at a time and get you back on the road. So, let's get started.
Okay, first things first. Before we can fix anything, we've got to understand the message. What is your car actually trying to tell you with this P0111 code?
P0111 is what's called a diagnostic trouble code, or DTC for short. Think of it as a specific text message from your car's computer. And this particular message says there's a problem with the intake air temperature sensor. Basically, your engine isn't getting a good read on how hot or cold the air is that it's breathing in.
When you get right down to it, the P0111 code is really just about a simple disagreement. It's like your engine has a bunch of thermometers, and they're not all on the same page.
You see, your car's computer is pretty smart. After your car has been sitting for a while, say overnight, it expects all the temperature sensors to read about the same temperature. Makes sense, right? If that intake air temperature sensor reading is way off from the others at startup, the computer throws a flag, and that flag is the P0111 code. It's really that simple.
Okay, so we know the sensors are disagreeing. Now let's play detective and look at the 4 most likely culprits behind this whole mess.
First up on our list of suspects is just, a slow sensor. The intake air temperature sensor might just be getting old and lazy. It can't keep up with the real-time changes in air temperature, especially as the engine warms up, and that causes that initial reading to be off, which is enough to trigger the code.
Suspect number 2 is plain old physical damage. Now, in a lot of Fords, especially in trucks like the F-150, the intake air temp sensor is actually part of the mass airflow sensor. This whole unit can get bumped, contaminated by debris, or even damaged when you're doing other work under the hood, leading to bad readings and that P0111 code.
Our third suspect is a wiring problem. The issue might not even be the sensor itself, but the connections between all the different temperature sensors. You can think of it like a problem on a busy highway. A loose plug or a corroded wire somewhere in that main wiring harness can stop the computer from getting good, consistent data from everybody.
And our final suspect narrows the focus a bit. It could be a faulty circuit that belongs specifically to the intake air temperature sensor. So, using our analogy, the main highway of wires is totally fine, but the little driveway of wires or the connector leading right to the IAT sensor is damaged. That's all it takes to stop the signal.
All right, we've rounded up the usual suspects. Now for the part you've been waiting for, the action plan. Let's talk about how to actually solve this problem. This chart here really breaks it down for you. If the sensor itself is just slow or physically damaged, well, you're probably going to have to replace it. But for those wiring or circuit issues, your very first step is to just get in there and do a thorough check of all the connections and the wiring harnesses. Okay, do you see the pattern here? This is so important. Before you rush out and spend money on new parts, please check the simple stuff first. A loose connector or a bit of corrosion on a wire is a way cheaper and easier fix than a brand new sensor that you might not have even needed in the first place. Always start with a good visual inspection.
You know, fixing this code isn't just about making that annoying light on your dashboard go away. It's about getting your vehicle to run the way it's supposed to.
And it's not just me saying this. As the experts point out, taking these steps will help ensure that your vehicle runs as smoothly and efficiently as possible. Your engine's computer absolutely needs that accurate air temperature data to get the fuel mixture right and to optimize your engine's performance.
So there you have it, the P0111 code decoded and demystified. You've got the knowledge now to go from diagnosis to action. So the only real question left is, where are you going to start looking first? What's the first connection you're going to check?